and he's going to help us to learn how to make masks. You can see I've covered his clothes because mask making gets messy, and I've covered his hair for the same reason. The materials you need to make the masks: this stuff, gypsona, you can buy it from a pharmacy. It comes in a long roll that you will cut into strips. You need tissues to protect and to clean. This is a petroleum jelly. You can buy Vaseline, or this one is called Evosline. This is needed because when this sticks to skin, it hurts pulling it off. We don't want to cause you pain, so we put Vaseline on first. Okay? Then we need a bowl of water. The masks we are making are full face masks. You need to make sure that you can breathe. Okay? So as we're covering the face, make sure there is a hole for the nose. Clear? Mouth? No, because we're doing a full face mask, aren't we, with the emotion. Now, the first thing I need to do is put this Vaseline on. It's very greasy and a little bit yucky, but without it, you will be in pain. Okay? Now, Adham, I need you to keep your face as still as you possibly can. You know we were practicing that fixed grin? Just choose a relaxed facial position and stick with it. Don't move. Remember, we are making one emotion. The emotion I want to do today is happy. Okay? Now, we don't need your face to be happy because we're going to create the mask to be happy. I take one strip of the bandage, make it wet, and then squeeze the excess water off. We don't want to be flooded.
So why are you putting it in water if you don't want
Because we need the plaster-ot-Paris to be wet. And then we just lay it on. Now it's very, very, very important that you try and keep a straight face. That's it, better. But you can see, if you look closely, this bandage has lots of holes in it, and you need to fill up those holes with the plaster of Paris that's attached. That's why we wet it.
Oh.
Okay? Now, if you don't fill up those holes, you'll have a mask full of holes and it will fall apart.
Oh.
Make sure you make those joins, push it down and join them together. You will need some scissors.
Oh no.
Make sure you know where the nose is.
Careful.
I'm very good at this, don't worry. Okay?
This is a professional. This is a big one. Too big.
Now, for the edges of the mask, you don't need to cut the edges. That can be done later, but try to make it as smoothly oval shaped as you possibly can. The mask will have to stay on his face about 20 minutes to dry. Okay? And then once I take it off his face, it will need until at least tomorrow to dry completely before I think about painting. Okay, when you smile, your cheeks stick out. When you want to add details like sticking out cheeks, you could just get this stuff, roll it into a ball, and stick it on. But make sure that you smooth it down so all of the air is out. The important places for communicating emotion for these masks, remember when you did the drawings, is the eyebrows and the mouth. Okay, so because this is a happy mask, the eyebrows are nice and high. If you look at this, you can see the fabric marks. So I'm just rubbing it to try and make it smooth. I don't want to see any fabric marks in your masks. Forehead wrinkles up, so I'm going to put a wrinkle on his forehead here. Because he's happy. He's all up here. Question. It's a little bit more fun and add a little bit more detail. I can make another ball. I can add nostrils on this for him, so it looks like he's got a bigger nose.
Yeah.
And I just do it the same way that I did those little cheeks. Right, if anything drips in your friend's eye, make sure you wipe it away for them. It makes it more difficult to paint if there are lumps inside the mask. So take a little bit of the bandage, soak it in water, and then rub it over the mask to try and make the mask as smooth as it can possibly be. Very carefully took the mask off Adam's face. Now I can see more closely the places that need to be filled in with the plaster. Again, I'm rolling up the ball and rubbing it in. Can you get a close-up of that? So I'm rubbing it into the spaces that need to be filled. Okay? One of the other things to do at this stage, before the mask gets too hard, take the scissors and trim around the edge so that it's a much smoother edge for when you're doing your acting. Okay?